what is the most important takeaway from your research on AI-driven business models in AEC?
Well, this is a field that is really changing extremely fast and exponentially. So every strategy for a new business model has to take into account that we don't know what things will be like next year or the year after that. So we have to keep as many doors as possible open. And that, I think the way to do that is to start working data-driven. And this might seem like something we do in our industry, but we really don't. We work with information, but we don't really use the information to make decisions, and we don't create the feedback loops. So the first thing would be to have a data strategy and work data-driven, I think.
If you talk about AE companies specifically, how can AI augmented consultancy models elevate the role of professionals rather than replace them?
Well, it is a tool, so we can choose what we do with it. It's not like something that magically drops from above and sort of takes over the whole world. But what we need to do is, I think, to use the abilities to enhance our own abilities. So we will be use the generative and predictive and analytical and automation abilities that AI have to be able better at creating, be better at understanding complex data sets, and also, of course, be more efficient through automation.
In your presentation, you stated in the future, architectural and engineering consulting firms will be tech companies. Maybe you can elaborate on what this transformation looks like in practice.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. From the research, we see that generative AI and the digital revolution will be so value creating that you have to sort of be a technical company to actually harness the full potential. So that's why we really believe that there will be we will be tech companies. And what it will look like, I'm sort of thinking like banks or insurance companies that sort of have services on the top, but actually a huge digital infrastructure with data and also hardware, back office. So working together with technical developers.
What are the most promising AI-driven business models for AE firms, and what makes them successful?
Well, we've been looking at quite a few business models, and some of them seems like they actually could replace us, and some of them seems like they're sort of enhancing our own abilities, and we stay in the loop, so to speak. And I think the most really interesting one is the one that uses the predictive powers of AI to deliver on results rather than on hours. That might be a little bit futuristic at the moment, but I think things are moving so fast, and if you just get on the train and start working our way towards that, I think we can get there. And then we could do that like in our business. For 100 years, we've been saying we need to charge for quality instead of by hours. And this is actually an opportunity to start being able to do that. If we can guarantee an outcome, we could, for instance, charge on a kickback on the savings. So I think that's the most interesting one. I would really like the industry to start exploring that.